Hi. Today we are looking at Uncanny X-Men issue 4, written by Gail Simone, drawn by David Marquez, and colored by Matthew Wilson. Full spoilers ahead, so you're forewarned. The action ramps up, and one of the villain took a surprising turn. I'm still not completely sold that Dr. Alice might have some good in her. Her intentions might simply be that she wanted the new kids for herself and, alive, but for her own agenda. Hi, Future Tyler here. It also has to do with her brother somehow. Perhaps he was a mutant and died when he was the same age as those kids, and Corina felt some sort of responsibility towards them. Maybe in her own twisted way, capturing them and locking them up is for their own good. Um, I don't know. She has some uses for them, and she wanted them alive. So, I'm also not sure why she thinks the hag is out to kill the kids when she had been capturing them for her, you know. So, well, switching gears, the flashback scenes are not completely coherent by design, I think. They are meant to deepen the mystery surrounding Sarah and her relationship with Xavier. And I kind of like it. I do not mind hanging threads that takes a while to resolve. I'm, after all, a Claremont fan, and that is a hallmark of his initial run on Uncanny X-Men, whether intentional or not. And from Gil's social media posts, Claremont is one of her idols. So hanging threads, good in my opinion. I mean, regarding the flashback, there is a bit of a cringe moment for me, and that is the line, "You have something on your mouth," followed by, "You have a bit of me on you." Um, Sorry, that is really cringe worthy. I'm a romantic, but not that kind of romantic. But Charles being Charles, as in, morally gray, read Sarah's mind and she somehow knew. I do not think if Sarah was lying, or I do not know if Sarah was lying, or if she was playing at make believe. And it appears that Charles read her and figured out that her being pregnant was a lie. I think. Yeah. And the hurricane and the damage that the hack spoke of, it is obviously referencing Katrina. Not that 616 universe will necessarily mirror events in real, and the timing is off. But this is, I think, more referencing the magnitude of the hurricane. So, Sarah had a child, Brian, and she lost him in the hurricane. And that was when she was transformed into the hag 17 years ago. Yeah, and that sort of threw out our initial theory regarding Calico and Amble out of the window. But again, is that even real? Or is that more make-believe on Sarah's part? She does not seem to have to be entirely sane. Certainly not as the hag, but even as Sarah, there's something slightly unhinged about her. Also, what is that "I'm sorry" bit scratch on the roof? I guess we shall see if that gets clarified next issue or left as a hanging thread. Um, while the voices have been excellent in this title thus far, something seems slightly off here. It is not totally off in that, this character or that character will not say such a thing, but just bits and pieces that makes me go, I know what you're referring to. I mean, there are some parts that read a little off initially, like how Rogue was shutting down Kurt, but you could sense her desperation to get to Wolverine, through a connection that she herself do not know how she got it. I think she's freaking out, and it is coming off as being mean to Kurt. So, what about her inner monologue regarding Logan when they found him badly hurt? That felt perhaps slightly off. taken in isolation, but given that they what they have been through and wrote articulate or rather inner monologue it pretty well, there have been a lot of losses lately, and I think it is getting to her. I do not think she should have taken over. She should. I do think she should have taken Wolverine's healing factor, though, at least some of it. And also odd is the Krakoa leaves bit from Kurt. Like I'm not sure what that means or why he said that. Um, well, Logan asked for a bit of good news, and that's what Kurt could think of. Though it felt a little out of place because Logan knew that he was there. Maybe that was the last good news that Kurt had heard in a while. Also noticed that he was telling Logan probably a lot of good news because back when when he bumped back at Haven, he was still telling him good news in that God still lives. The fight with Rogue and the Hag was really gnarly, and it is an indication of what the Hag is capable of. I was more than surprised how ineffective Rogue was, despite everything she threw at the Hag. That is why I think Rogue made a tactical error in staying behind alone, especially when Logan was that torn up with a fight. You know, during the fight with the Hag. Well, part of me thinks that Rogue might have been manipulated to do so. The Hag systematically took out or kept away arguably the two strongest member of the group so that her minions could capture, or kill the kids. And Rogue might have also underestimated the Hag because she knew something was off with Logan and that he was not in peak form. So, the fight was even more gnarly because of Rogue's inner monologue, the bits about concussion and her arms breaking like a twig. Ugh. Ugh. So, the action ramps up as we head towards the end of the first arc, and the with the inevitable confrontation between the X-Men, baby mutants, to steal the nomenclature from Kate, and the Hag, and with her minions. I can't wait to see how this ends. So we are getting four straight issues of art candy from David Marquez across 11 weeks. How he manages to do that when some modern artists could not maintain even a regular run of more than like three issues on a monthly basis is beyond me. Note that I'm not dissing on the other artists. I'm amazed by Marcus here for his superhuman speed and excellent art without a decline in quality. Not only that, issue one is a bigger issue, and the art is also like not all splash pages, right? In fact, there's only one in this issue and a semi one on the last page, both of which featured a badly injured Logan. And also, how did Marcus manage to draw that many hair on a shirtless Logan? Everything looks great in this issue, from the varied environment to the very different expressions of the characters, and of course the fight between Rogue and the Hag, um, and also the colors. They are really pretty, and also serves to distinguish like the different environments and the different time period where the story was occurring. I love some random details that the artist, or maybe that was in Gail's script, threw in, such as when they do the midnight sign, Kurt did it with like both hands, given that he only had like three fingers on each. So, apart from some misgiving regarding Rogue's voice, I enjoy this issue. 4.25 out of 5 for me. The plot is rolling forward and the action ramped up as we head towards the end of the first arc. I would bump it up to 4.5 out of 5. It would be amiss to not mention again the near per no, the perfect art matched by beautiful coloring. So once again, this is a must buy. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and the subscribe button below. Please share this with your friends and leave us a comment. Thanks, and Tyler out.